Now, speaking of the opening ceremony, we told you
ceremony
yesterday about the number of people.
We hate hearing. Australia, ceremony. And let us know what annoys you by way of jargon. Sorry, Michael, go ahead.
I was going to say, yes, we told you yesterday about these people who took part in the opening ceremony, selling their stuff on eBay to raise some money.
Yes.
All sorts of things from the confetti to costumes were for sale.
Well, I'm cross about that confetti because one of those pieces of paper represented me, and someone's flogging mine.
You're worth more than 99p, I would have thought.
Oh, I wouldn't have imagined so, but it's the principle of the thing.
Well, we can speak to someone who has listed her costume on eBay. Jessica Donald joins us now from London. Hello, Jessica. Welcome to the Flack.
Hi.
Hi, Jessica. Are you Jessykar?
Indeed I am.
How unusual. Your parents couldn't spell, dear.
Peter.
No, well, I changed it.
Oh, did you? Why?
Just because I decided to be a bit different. That's the kind of person I am. So.
Did you enjoy being in the opening ceremony?
Yeah, it was an amazing experience. Like, obviously there were so many people there, and we'd done so many rehearsals in the stadium that it was great because we got to see it all before everyone else.
Now tell us, you're in the Industrial Revolution scene. Tell us about the role that you had and indeed the costume that you were wearing that's now up for sale.
Well, the role that I had was one of 1,000 Pandemonium drummers.
Yes.
That was directed by Rick Smith, the guy from Underworld, and basically involved us creating a sort of a scene of panic as the scene changed from the green and pleasant land to the Industrial Revolution.
And you had a drum.
Yep, I had a drum, but it wasn't exactly a drum. It was more like a bucket.
Oh, yes.
Because the kind of noise that it created went with the scene, and they looked really cool.
And you have a mob cap. And is that all one dress, or yes, all one dress, and an apron and two drumsticks? And you look as if you've escaped from Les Miserables.
I do think the costumes were quite cool, and it was nice that we were able to keep them.
Yes.
Because I like things like that anyway, because I've been involved in a lot of dancing, so I'm used to wearing those kinds of costumes.
And I see here, Jessica, that you had a secondary role as well. You're also a marshal in the Parade of Athletes, and you're selling that outfit as well.
Yeah, I just felt that, because it was a dual role, I felt that if I was selling my outfits, I needed to sell both of them. So, and obviously that one was the costume that was closest to the athletes as well.
So obviously when you signed up and committed to being part of the opening ceremony, they didn't say you're not allowed to sell this, we want all the gear back.
Well, originally we weren't told that we were going to be keeping them. They kept that under wraps until about 2 days before the actual ceremony. But I'd already discussed with fellow volunteers whether if we were actually able to keep our costumes, would they mind if I sold it? And virtually everyone that I asked, but one person, felt that my reasons for selling my costume were adequate ones.
Because you want to start a business, a cupcake business, Jessica.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's a good thing. Yeah, good on you.
It is.
Yeah. We're talking to Jessica Donald from London, who's selling her drumming and martial costumes. She took part in the opening ceremony in the Industrial Revolution scene, among others. You're listening to The Flack at 4:27. Jessica, at this stage, you're asking for £5,000 for this combo. How are the bids going?
Well, at the moment I've had a lot of interest. Unfortunately, I've not had any bids, which obviously you can get so much interest, but it's not until you've got the actual bid where that means that that's going to help me with my business.
And it can start,
but,
yes.
So it might actually help if somebody bids on it, and then I can start thinking about how I'm going to use that money for my business.
Yeah. Oh, well, fair enough, Jessica. Maybe there's an Australian buyer who would be interested in this, excuse me. And you sound like a nice person. Where did you... there were so many... How many performers in that opening ceremony? Thousands.
I believe there were about 10,000 volunteer performers.
And were you sharing a dressing room with Paul McCartney and Kenneth Branagh and JK, KKKK rolling?
Unfortunately not.
Oh.
The nearest I got to any of the celebrities was Dizzy Rascal when he came through when we were waiting to come out for the Parade of Athletes.
Who's he?
We had, he's a well-known UK rapper over here.
Oh.
I'm not sure if he's made his way to Australia yet, so he might not have quite got that part of the opening ceremony.
Oh, there we are. Oh, well. And where were you held prior to coming on and waiting to come on for the next appearance, Jessica? Where did you all go?
Well, luckily, because we had the costume change, we were literally about 20 metres away from the actual stadium.
Oh, really?
And some people that were performing, like the nurses and all the working men and women that performed in the Green and Pleasant Land and changed the scenery, they all had to walk about half an hour away from the actual stadium to a place called Eton Manor. So we were really lucky that we didn't have to walk that far.
Yes, of course.
Because I don't know what I would have done in my full costume.
How did you apply to be in it? Did you audition or did you put your name forward?
Yeah, well, originally I applied to be a games maker, but it wouldn't accept my phone number on the form.
A
And
what?
then
Sorry,
a couple of months later,
a what?
a games maker.
What's that?
Well, they're the people that you see in purple, the people that go around helping all, like, the tourists and helping people that need to find where they need to go, basically.
Yes.
They do all sorts of jobs.
I wish they were helping people into empty seats, Jessica. But nonetheless, they're not allowed to do that.
Jessica, thank you very much for joining us this afternoon. We wish you well, and fingers crossed that you get that cupcake business off the ground after selling your costume from the opening ceremony.
Good luck, darling.
Thanks for talking to us.